Hello everyone, this is Shiny Noctiles, and today I figured I'd stream some more Final Fantasy XIV for you guys. I got some good sleep last night, and was able to actually replace the light bulb by myself today. Or well, replacing the light bulb isn't too bad. It was just kind of learning how to unscrew kind of a knob to get to the light bulbs that before I used to kind of jam them up because I didn't know how to properly unscrew it, but I learned how to do it, and yeah, we got it done. And I also worked out, did my upper body exercises, took a nice cool shower, and ate some leftovers, and now we're here. So yeah, let me get this started. Okay. What? Before we do anything else, we should talk to Gore Forlord.
To the temple, then?
That won't be necessary, heroes of the hour. Valigarmanda is no more. Yours is a victory worthy of song.
We had plans for a second feat to be conducted here in town, but the recklessness of your fellow claimant has rendered them pointless.
A second feat?
The feat of ice. You are to fortify Valigarmanda's prison. How shall we proceed, High Luminary?
What more would we test, Zulmurwer? They have defeated the Sky Ruin and saved the gods know how many lives. If they are not worthy heirs to Gulul Jalja, then no one is. Now that our last claimant has arrived, we can proceed with the formalities. For the skill and bravery the three of you have shown, I award you each a second keystone.
That makes 5. Only 2 left to collect.
Except that one of those 5 is in Bakul Jaja's thieving hands. He will answer for that. And for losing Valigarmanda.
You have brought lasting tranquility to our home and earned the gratitude of every Yokui. May glory and prosperity continue to bless Tuliolol as we enter this new age.
Was never much of a talker, our brother. If you're up for it, you should visit the capital. I'd like everyone to get to know you and your people better.
Ha! I'll consider it. If it's one of you two who claims the throne.
Then you need only await a missive from Sunperch. I'll be sending out invitations.
There you go.
Today is a day for unusual visitors.
You... Woklamat, was it not? I doubted you could slay Valikarmanda, but the quiet skies proclaim your triumph. Had the Vidral been suffered to roam free, it would have terrorized us all. Once again, we find ourselves in your debt.
You owe us nothing. We fought because we wanted to.
Yet a debt has been incurred. All the same, it will haunt me if I do not repay it.
I wouldn't even know what to ask for.
Perhaps he can tell us about the dreams of the Golden City.
Oh, good idea! That was on my list of questions I wanted to ask.
The Golden Dreams. Yes, we have records of our forebears and their visions from the time before the Shaktural expedition.
What did your forebears see?
A heavenly land, suffused with a golden glow. Its people lived as gods, never aging, never dying, free from hardship and conflict. Every building was a palace, and in their midst reigned a silent goddess, a statue so tall even my kin would need lift their gaze to behold its visage.
A statue of a goddess. That's new.
Aye, and compared to the abstract imagery we'd previously
Yes,
heard,
sir.
this was a detailed description.
The dreamers were consumed by their visions, compelled to seek out the paradise they'd been shown. They journeyed to Shaktural, where they died in droves.
Those who go in search of the Golden City do not return. The tales Book Evu shared may have been rooted in historical fact.
Perhaps. Who can know the truth of it? Once our ancestors left the forest, there were no more dreams, no dreamers.
The forest? What do you mean?
From the very first, the visions were set to visit only those who worked the quarries in Yaktel. But after they were ravaged by disease and saw fewer newborns, they were forced to abandon that territory. Once our people's withdrawal to Urkopacha was complete, we never again dreamed
of the Golden City.
So only Yokhui in that one specific area experienced the visions. Fascinating.
Well, we're headed to Yaktel next. Maybe we'll find out more when we get there. Thank you for sharing your stories with us.
I do not require gratitude. I merely repaid a debt. Farewell, Wook Lamat. I do not think our paths will cross again.
Alright. Watching Warpor lore get caught up in Wooklamots and split awake reminds me of my younger days. Long has it been since any from Shirwagur Sultan has deemed to enter a warlord's echo, a day for unusual visitors. Indeed. Great turn of events. We were only meant to strengthen eyes, but judges idiocy forced us to deal with them better. I don't think Vorpor Lord and his brethren will have a sudden change of heart about Tuli Yo. Doesn't mean they'll never change at all. Today is proof of that. Before we start the next quest, let me do the quest here. Let me first do these ones and unlock flying. Great and mighty gem, I have heard tell of your victory over Villa Garmanda. You protected our land. For that I, Morpho Lore, express my deepest gratitude. I wish only that I could have seen the battle with my own eyes. As warrior of the Wakoi, not fathom how one of your diminutive stature lay low the fearsome Skyrim. Thus do I ask if you would demonstrate your martial prowess. But thank you for this honor. Of late, hulking monsters have been sighted south of the Shades of Grief, endangering all those who travel along the road. Bid you snuff out this threat, that I might see for myself how you subdue your foes. I shall go there. Join me when you're prepared. Our visitor cared to partake in one of our customary rituals. Fret not, for your part to play is a simple one. See the illuminations here in Warlord's Echo make use of glowstones, a rare and precious mineral found only through mining. On occasion we offer up prayers in the hopes their light remains strong and bright. First I would ask you raise a hand to the saltwater jug and pray for light everlasting. Strange though it may seem, I assume sure to use a necessary step in a ritual. Now great warrior slayer Villagramonda, my heart and focus. Here's your feelings were loud and clear. Let us proceed to the next step. Now that those saltwater is received of your prayers, you really need to sprinkle it upon the glowstones scattered around the village and the complete. So you have successfully completed the ritual, and for that you have my thanks. Likewise, my fellow Yokoi will be glad to then announce that I shared in our culture. When mining the peak for glowstones, we occasionally discover shellfish fossils. I've wondered if perhaps this tall mountain was once submerged beneath the waves many long lifetimes ago. Those radiance is a reflection of their joy, shining all the brighter when offered water that smells of the sea, so the story goes. This is our little tradition born. Knowing that it is the welcome great warrior that now illuminates our humble village, our spirits are assured delight in as well. Suffice it to say, we are fortunate indeed that you were willing to join our prayer with an open heart. May the light of the glowstones ever guide your steps. Right. Well, glad I am to see that you did not lose your way. As for this one, I made the mistake of picking a fight with me. There was another, but unlike its comrade, had a good sense of fleeing not far, however. It stalks us from the shallows, yet thirsting for blood. These beasts are formidable indeed, possess a strength equal to their keen senses. They would have you hunt down the remains. All its tracks to the southwest doubtless will reveal itself to what it will see as a smaller, less challenging foe. Oh, that's new, man. I think I'm gonna put reprisal. Put reprisal. Rest of gem, not once did you falter before the towering hula pin. Looked to reactor in depth, you were indeed. Yes, I would have seen all that I needed to see. Now that there is no more, let us return to Warlord's Echo. I guess I could have. That's fine. Flying's definitely gonna help. The rest of these quests. It has been an enlightening experience for me. Not often am I granted the chance to witness a warrior whose skill far surpasses my own. For years I have served as a guardian of the Couriers or the Gracious, watching over the sealed palace upon Villa Garmonda. I would have aided in the feat of ice too, had the Skyrim not rendered our plans meaningless. You see, it is to do the temple guards to drive off the dangerous creatures drawn in Villa Garmonda's energies. Times it was all we could do to shield the frozen, to draw off from swarms upon swarms of beasts. Now that Villa Garmonda has been laid low, we guardians have nothing left to guard. Of course, this is cause for celebration, or Pachane Ultra need no longer fear the Sky Rune's destruction. If part of me felt otherwise deprived of purpose or relinquished my position. So we killed Villargamando. Oh, I did not mean to suggest blame me for my woes. Were it not for you, I would surely not be sitting here to bewail my plight. In a I thought seeing you in action might move me to seek my next passion, or at the very least provide inspiration for a new combat technique. Given your spinely limbs remain skeptical upon though I observed your power firsthand. I'd also be remiss not to praise your economy of movement, always thinking ahead, looking for the shortest route to victory. Calling has led you to develop such commendable skills. Also, you're an adventurer. Does that mean your life's pursuit of adventure? How intriguing. Alas, much as I would love to hear your many details, I would not keep you. Actually, have a moment, however, I'd be honored to speak with you at length. Now I can finally fly. Well met, Jim. Honored that you would return to speak with me again. Would you tell me more of your life as an adventurer? People. See, so you travel far and wide, aiding others in myriad ways, and so doing can earn your keep. I know of someone that might benefit from such an assistance, a craftsman in urgent need of a particular material. Sites replete with this resource are overrun with fiery fiends, and those ill-equipped to defend themselves do not brave them. Even I could be of some use in that regard. How would a true adventure present themselves to a potential client? And again, I must request a demonstration provided you're willing and able. I'm much obliged to you, Jem. The craftsman of whom I speak applies his trade in the south and east of a village. Let us pray he will be an amendable to nature. Except these other quests too. Glad I can fly. You there, outsider, I've run dangerously low on ingredients for the concoction of a snatch medicine. Could you trouble and go and fetch more? Our size and strength is far greater than any visitor. There are few of us that still fear injury and sickness. Then you'd acquire 3 alpine seeds and Orcobotmux larvae and a good handful of mountain herb moss. Originally, they can all be harvested up the hill north of here. The hero who brought low Vergamanda, I beg your aid in exterminating the needs rather than visit the Aquaway. One of our kin recently went missing, only to turn up just outside the ruins of the Shades of Grief, reduced to a desiccated corpse. Having had all moisture removed. Judging with the ruins porcelain must have been fed upon a purely formidable bloodsuck. The pain cannot be suffered to live. To lure it out, we have placed bloodsuck meat at strategic locations around the ruins. One of my comrades is there now, and he'll doubtless be grateful for your assistance. There's a craftsman. This is the adventure showing my old friend the ropes. Willing to fetch me materials, I'd be more than happy to pay for them. What I need is more in obsidian, the more the better. Be clear, this is my trial to undertake. You need to only point me in the right direction. I shall do the rest. If you're ready to proceed, meet me at Norgor now. Well, fortuitous timing, we have synced fruit in need of just reaching the villagers, and I think of no one better to handle a matter of such significance. What is surely a trifling task for one so formidable as you, our people would be honored indeed, except that this blessed fruit in capable hands. Please take this harvest and pass it on to the people of Warlord Zako. Well, my traveler, by the look of you, I presume you know how to hunt. Yes, would you be interested to learn how we prepare our traditional turkey? Exchange, all I ask is that you supply the main ingredients, as my stock is running low. This will require Tilladai will meet, head north of our village and look for a more of the Sultan. Odds, what if they kill him? Would you, their visitor, need a favor? A friend of mine left to barter with the Kur, and he's still not back yet. Salt workers are notorious for their aggressive sales tactics, not to mention their exorbitant rates. It's criminal. Normally it takes a combat capable friend along with him, but this time he had no choice but to go alone. Suffice it to say, I'm dreading about worse. Happen to see any salt workers asking my poor friend, and would you attempt to sue them? Generally, a more forgiving translation is about outside our culture. Failing that, try telling them Goro Karyor. I'm sure they'll listen to the words of the ancient tongue. Oh, now if it isn't the hero of Warlord's Echo, it's that you have in your hand. Building Sanctuary, well, far from be it for me to complain. I was just thinking I could do a snack. Have you had one? Peel off the skin, you'll find starchy yellow pulp that's not only delicious, but full of bursting with nutrients. Coming from you, I expected this fruit will taste all the sweeter. Thank you. Reading a little guess. Wait, am I dreaming, or are you one of the warriors of English Philaramanda? Oh my, and you're even handing out Sanctuary. Truly you honor me. It's Yakuboi's tradition to receive of this fruit from the mightiest of fighters. Any luck, perhaps that strength of yours will rub off on me. Oh man, I'm expecting a Palo merchant to arrive any moment now. Really, thanks to you that Warden needs to do business at all, isn't it? Ah, Sanctuary, you've ever seen it like, it's like before. The reason is simple. Of all the crops we grow, this one we don't export. Something so valuable to our culture would never be traded for coin. No, it belongs with us, and this one in particular belongs to my belly. Thank you for passing out the Sanctuary. Having seen the people's appreciation firsthand, are you perhaps curious as to the significance of such a seemingly simple act? For a ancient Yakoi legend, our ancestor Kovara prayed to the gods that we might have strength about equal to bestow the Sanctuary upon the masses. He has since been revered for his boundless generosity. Barba is just for those who accomplish great feats here in Warlords. Echo have taken up the custom to lend this fruit to the people. Thus did I invite you to the same. For I can think of no more worthy to perform the rite of a venerated warrior. Now for the final step, for the fruit giver to be given a gift in return. Please accept this with gratitude. Okay. I think they changed in Inner Chaos. Oh, see if I can help him. Oh, there you go. Greetings, visitor. You have known the plan, yes. Well, there's a plan. There's a problem. Some other creatures have been drawn by the smell of the meat. Oh, yes. Yes, that despicable bloodsucker will never keep out from hiding so long as they're around. Yes, I'm afraid I must ask you to get rid of them. Luckily, there's nothing our quarry loves better than fresh blood. The more of it, the better. Oh, yes. Watch from the distance. A distance, yes. Once the creature has been dealt with, come to the west side of the ruins. Come on. Right. He finally must be so exhausted after the dashing and slashing us from me. I feel rather invigorated. Oh yes. Well, I was practically counting the seconds until I could drain your life's blood. Oh, no wonder he was acting like that. Oh, show respect, Weasel Worm. Who's this puny outsider? Will not interfere. First, I'll rip this one in half. Please do. No, not in half. How can I get him to listen to reason? Oh. Let's see. Oh, maybe I need to do all caps, or well, that's, yeah. Girl outsider knows girl courier surprising. This time I go home, but next time no more angering us. Thank the gods. Was it my dear worrywart friend who sent you? I was trying to negotiate fairly, but something that must have offended him. When he spoke, it was a peacemaker's phrase that means roughly your virtue casts light of fortune upon me. It offers the utmost respect to the listener, invites them to repay you with the same. Your friend taught it to you, didn't she? But that I had such unwavering courage in any case. Let us hurry back to Warlord's Echo. Let me see here. There's the obsidian. There's one of them. Oh, here. There's lots. Have you managed to find the obsidian? Yes. How captivating is I've been lost for these pieces of superior quality. From watching you, I've learned the importance of carefully inspecting one's surroundings. It's time for me to put your teachings to improve. Meantime, I ask that you return to Warlord's Echo and let our client know that I have this matter well in hand. Start from enemies. Up here's the hunt. Oh, now there's a beautiful slab, barely any fat to trim, quick coating salt, and we should be well on our way to some mouth-watering jerky. Key you see is to lay the maintenance strips in a well-lit area of cool, dry air. Good thing you're on top of mountain, eh? The old servant himself once tasted my jerky many years ago. The head of Resolve liked it so much that he wolfed it down in moments. He can still recall the head of reasons like of disgust. Unless you inhale it. But this is no time to reminisce about the old days. There's work to be done, and this Tuladile meat will make a scrumptious jerky just right amount of chew. Tuladile. Oh. Sounds like Totodile, but... Always thought Totodile, but we'll see. While you were hunting, I cooked you a little treat for later. Consider your payment for replenishing my stocks. Okay. You have no idea how relieved I am to see you, my friend. Here told me everything that happened. You know about the Chirurgur, yes, they inhale fast soul turn they believe to be a gift from the gods. Rather than share this gift with others, they bully the weak and vulnerable among us until paying for it obscene prices. The worst part, though, pains me to admit it, the soul is delicious, someone would even say addictive. That's why so many of us can just put ourselves in harm's way to barter with them. Long story short, our relationship with them is complicated to say the least. I hope that someday we can do business without the fear of violent outbursts. Bloodsucker's disguise as my comrade all along. Surely that cannot be. Forgive me. I know not what to say if the fiend was possessed of such alarming ability. I should think someone would have made mention for it before now. Years ago, the head of reason once speculated that the beasts we call bloodsuckers are in fact being known as void sent, come from another realm. Others have even suggested they might be invaders from distant stars. I've heard many and more theories of the years. Perhaps I was unwise to shrug them off as I have. In any case, the threat is no more, and our village owes you a debt. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must find my missing comrade. Do you have any trouble finding everything? Julian, your debt outsider like ice. My kin was surely rusty, knowing the medicine supply has been replenished. The Villargamon escaped its prison of vice, confessing furor doomed to be imminent. Not only did you and yours swiftly end its rampage, the pestilent healing magic of your blue-clad companion saved a great many lives. Rest assured, the ingredients you brought today will be put to good use. Preparing medicine for those still convalescing. Really, our people cannot thank you enough. For one's health, it's running over. Yeah, convalesce. Yeah, or convalesce. Yeah, convalesce. Yeah, convalescing. Okay. Alright, that's all the quests in this area. I think it's time to return to Tuli Yoyol. After scaling to Roll Solus Mountains and battling a legendary beast to the death, even dauntless heroes like you could probably use a rest. In any case, many preparations be made before we can visit the next destination later on the saga. Respite would be most welcome, I believe. I hear the forward cabins calling our names. Alright. Yeah. I'm gonna kind of see if I can finish mapping this entire area. We could help the moblins before we turn back. I know I was gonna go back and do that. Now that I can fly, that definitely helps. Let me finish those two areas. Smart. Is. There are a few quests here I can do. Oh, you there, Adventure. I have a proposition, one that will likely prove profitable for both of us. Remember that recent storm? I was nearly at many fires when it struck, so I urged my alpaca onwards to the ripping winds, Viento, rather than seeking immediate shelter. Last when the storm settled, I discovered that those same winds had carried off half my stock. I'd very much like to recover it, but I hear told that the roads are plagued by brigands of late. The reason why I was keen to press on to the safety of many fires, and so I find myself doing over the wisest course of action to write off my loss or to speculate or reaccumulate. Now a third option presents itself, to invest in one to whom the risk of a return journey would be much reduced. The account of his utter duration of danger. The items I lost are likely lying along the riverbank between here and Earthenshire if you'd like to take the offer. Alright. Bumpkin and Brainiac, when will Suppostek be able to confess his poor feet? Wait you're the adventurer who's hand-landing the third promissory knot. Let's hand-land Suppostek too. Many Fars is a busy pedal place in Suppostek. Here, most trusted porter broker arranging transport between here and Earthenshire. Everything came to a quick stop when the big wind struck. Now the road to Earthenshire is open again. Many forests is rafter packed with travelers and traders who need Swapastek's help. All too much for one hobby to handle. Please adventure to help Swapastek, asking these travel traders what handheld they need. Yeah, that's right. I'm earthbound, Earthenshire bound, and I can't leave soon enough. My fruit's already on the turn. It's bananas mostly, some apples, a few peaches. Basically anything you can eat with one hand while you carry on working with the other. The artists can't get enough of it. Enough of them. You know, when the next wagon for Earthenshire leaves, have monies for the artisans, receipts from selling the wares in the market of Tuli, Yolal, nice, a small commission of course. Very keen to get there by the due date, not only in order to avoid any late delivery penalties, but because they simply cannot wait to see what new miracles this master craftsman have created. Alright. Earthenshire, isn't that the Moblin village where they keep all the artisans? I hadn't thought about painting the place a visit, but now that you mention it, to tell it true, I came here looking for mercenary or guarding caravans and whatnot. Shire might just be the place for me with all the gold and jewelry they handle. I warranted the bonds bobbins would pay through the master guards. Yeah, am I looking for passage to Earthenshire? Not me, friend. I'm heading for O'Connor, just trying to figure out the best way to go about it. Whether to wait for the flight of Wee Wingless to be repaired or to try to find another way around. Right. Excellent work, my friend. Now, Swapastek knows who needs wagon landing. All that remains is to decide who to wagon land to first. Especially thinks Earthenshire arsons need 9 fuel after all. Then the trinket seller, the sword lender, and finally Northco or whether Earthenshire or no, Swapastek will sure make that everyone goes where they need to go. Chuck recognizes you. You're a lowlander who's journey sharing with Fukulamon. If you happen to find yourself free hands, perhaps you can do a fun favor for Chuck. As you've no doubt, Ali Catch Many Fires is currently close back with travelers waiting for the flight of Wee Wingless to be repaired, and the truth say our fleet's stores are nearly empty shelves. Otherwise, there's plenty of tasty meat in the riverlands to the west. Chuck just needs to help be hearted lend swords that collect it for him. If you can help Chuck to restore stores of beast flesh and bird flesh, he would be most grateful. Oh, sorry. No, my bad. Pájaro, which in Spanish means a bird. Just nice to share. I know, like, I know they've used a couple Spanish words in the game, like papa, but I know some people say it's more than just Spanish. But I figured just like how they're using words from the indigenous native languages, figured, and also English as well, as standard dialogue. You know, It doesn't hurt to share some Spanish and sometimes Portuguese también when they're kind of welcome to Brazil. It's kind of funny. Oh, you're back and still in one piece. I see. That's good news at least. Do you have any more for me? Yep, I do. But yeah, no, I like speaking multiple languages. And muchos idiomas. It's a good thing, you know. Yeah, it's like sharing the rainbow. Arcoiris, arcoiris, indeed. Well, thank you. Gracias. Containers may be a little waterlogged, but the merchandise inside seems none the worse for wear. Crafting tools if you're interested. My stock is in trade. I'll especially love to leave them behind after learning of the collapse grease, and demand will be through the roof. Thank the gods you appeared when you did. Nature may have blessed us, Philippella, with an enterprising spirit and an unquenchable wanderlust, but she also made us slight of stature and meager, though if I had been the one to go back and search for them, I'd likely have lost my head to a bandit axe or else washed over the falls to my doom. The reason my people often employ sellswords to guard the caravans, but the rates will have surely doubled or more since the storm brought so much chaos in the roads. Never fear, for you have taught me that when in one of sellsword adventure will suffice. Chekachuka's keen edge his knives and ember stoked his ovens. Do you bring the meat? Spring meat, rather. Yes. This will do nicewise. Now the big task begins. Cooking it many ways that everyone who passes through many fires might be belly gladdened. You know that Chukachuk humble stay place is named after dinner flames of all the different people who rest here on the long walks. It's for cook mobbies like him to attend to everyone's sun fields. What is lip smacky to a tuna wata might be fat spat by a shantana, like flesh of a bird of ligaka, whether it's simply cold roasted or simply cedar powder and oil till golden is tasted rate by all. The belly flesh of the widowmakers and more head scratching meat has a certain stink worthiness that must save we moblin shun. A belly brewed with healy heaps of chilies and it makes for a Mambuja delicacy. Of tongue flaps to... Alright. Let's go back to Tilioyol. Bam, bam, bam. Ba ba bum, ba bum, ba bum. Rest it well, everyone. We can meet back here later on. There's more to run the city, so I'll leave you to recover. Will you be heading to the palace with Lamont? Lamont, did you hear me? Lost in her own little world, seems. Well, no matter, I'll be back here soon enough. An attendant standing by to unlock your cabin. Enjoy your stay. Right. Oh, there's the cabin. Vacaciones. Vacation. Welcome back, Master Illuminated. Your cabin is just as you left, minus a light layer of dust.
You have a moment? There's something I wanted to talk to you about. So, it's just too stuffy in here, that's what. We should go outside. Aye, a nice walk in the fresh air, that's what we need.
Alright. Sorry to drag you away from the nice, comfortable cabin, but I could feel the walls closing in. Oh, I know. I'll take you to one of my favorite places until Yolal. That should help me get my thoughts in order. We'll go to the Rush Planet Quarter and make our way up from there. Well, let me look at market board, see real quick if there's any good gear upgrades for cheap. Really cheap. So what am I wearing? I think we're good for now. Ishawa, what are you doing up and about? Is your back feeling better? Much healed now, so don't make a fuss. Besides, I can't be lounging in bed all day when you're out there fighting artists with the throne. You'll claim it with the greatest love for peace. Love this nation of ours, lending you my sports, the least I can do. When I see you smile like that, how can I not be encouraged? Oh, there's plenty more who believe in your cause. I can recruit a whole battalion of smiling faces if you think it'll help. Yours alone is more than enough. Thank you, Pishiva. Thank you, third promise. I shall prometo. I have to see. Third promise in Spanish would be. Let's see. Tercera promesa. Yes. I shall pray for your success in the contest. All the smiling faces. Oh, sorry, Gem, I'm getting distracted. It's just that with the progress we made in the contest, even these everyday encounters feel that much more special. Especial. Do you think we can take our time and maybe wander around a little first? Then we can head to the spot I was thinking of.
This is much better.
Oh.
I used to come here all the time when I was little. I'd look out over the whole city, and whatever worries I had would seem so small. Do you remember what I said at the top of War Zormor? That I would fight to preserve Papa's peaceful Tural?
Yeah.
Well, I've been thinking a lot since then. About what peace really means. If it's just the absence of war. And it brought to mind all the best parts of our journey so far. I realized nothing.
Nothing gives me greater joy than the
Life
happiness
has
of
its
others.
ups and downs, but the company of family and friends and the music of their laughter is what makes it worth living. And as silly as it might sound, I've come to believe that those smiling faces are the best measure of peace.
There you go. You wish for a world like in the Yokoi's dream.
With eternal life and no struggle or conflict, it's certainly an ideal worth striving for. Who knows if we could make such a world a reality? But renouncing war and conquest seems like a good place to start.
Balance. Help them.
So, this is my plan. When I become Dawn Servant, I'll build on Papa's peace. Our people will live together in happiness. just like Cryle said. By taking the time to hear their concerns, understand their feelings, and consider how best to serve, with each passing day, I'll be that much closer to becoming the leader I want to be. It's hard for me to say how much I've changed since the contest began. But there's one thing I can say with confidence. I wouldn't have come this far without you as allies.
There you go.
If it wasn't for you all listening and feeling and thinking along with me, I would have never learned so much. And in so short a time. There are 2 keystones left. After everything that's happened, and imagining what could happen, are you still willing to walk this path with me? Thank the gods for that. Well, I have nothing else to get off my chest. I need to head to the palace, but I'll see you back at the cabins.
There we go. Siesta. Alright. Check something. Give me a moment. look to be in good spirits. Assume your leisure time was well spent. I was glad to snatch some quality sleep myself. After all, it will soon be back to the road for us. Right? I'm sure the others will be along shortly. I do hope everyone has rested well. Now that we have refreshed ourselves somewhat, let us consider all claimants as they currently stand. Tralja and Kona have completed every feat thus far and hold 5 keystones apiece. Buklamat would be equal with them, but for Buklajaja's thievery, which left us one short. That convincing braggart didn't do so much as lift a finger for the feat of proof and correct havoc for the feat of ice. He can have more than 3 keystones at most. He may think he can sleepily steal what he needs to win, but he's sorely mistaken. Now I'll be taking back what's mine, this I swear. Fear that reclaiming keystone may not be enough. That is, if Buklajaja unleashing Villa Garmanda is any indication. Using his lead, I anticipate that he will move to attain the remaining keystones before disrupting his rival's attempts. We may all find ourselves being forced to take from one another. Can't say I'd be comfortable with that. But neither will I surrender my claim to the throne so easily. If it's for sake of preserving the happiness of my people, I'll do what I must. The last 2 keystones we require are those of the Lay of Repass and the Lay of the Brotherhood. The former depicts the cessation of hostilities between Womaja and Jabral in the forest of Yaktel, specifically near a village called Ikbrix. That's where I was born, if you recall. I haven't been there since Papa took me in when I was a baby. When the Lay of the Brotherhood takes place, however, it is unclear in the saga. It is said that a foreign explorer came seeking an audience with the Dawntrail from little more than that. Dorsey has a similar tale. The explorer Kitaram befriended a 2-headed king known as Haute Arc before commencing his travels across Jabral. Journeyed here several times afterwards, but what was ultimately lost at sea. At least that is a commonly held belief. Your 2-headed king certainly sounds like Papa, so this Kitaram fellow must have come to steal Yoyol. But if he indeed arrived some 80 years ago, the capital may not have been built yet, vestiges of Yokoi architecture notwithstanding. Well, oh, you said Haute Arc, didn't you? Then Kitaram must have met the Dawn Servant in Mamuk. Mamuk, is that a city? One of the grandest in Tyrol once upon a time, and the seat of the Momaja's homeland. 2 lies in Yaktel, not far from Ikbrux. All things considered, Yaktel seems the obvious choice for next destination. From here, the safest method of travel is by dirigible. We should make for the landing once our preparations are complete. For riding on one Kona's balloons, they can't be any worse than ships, can they? Okay. So we're going to Yaktel now. It's going to be probably the southwest of the US. Right. Next flight to Yaktel will be leaving shortly. Passengers are asked to keep hands, legs, and luggage inside the dirigible at all times. Are you sure that thing will stay in the air all the way to Yaktel? Are you ready? Bags packed and our goodbyes said. There's no going back once we lift off. Not that I'm nervous or anything. I'm not. Just making sure that you're not nervous. Oh, who am I kidding? My knees won't stop shaking. Hey, will you hold my hand just until I've settled my nerves? Of course. The nicest person I've ever met, Gemma. I'll try not to crush your hand. And there she is, the third promise. Wait just a moment. Preseta Promessa. All blue and Tobly, of course, I'll wait as long as you need. Sorry to delay, but we were able to discover the origin of Kryle's earring. Is that so? Said before, game popularity in Yaktaral is a protective ward for travelers, correct? That's right, we tracked down the elderly merchant to whom first sales were attributed. According to him, the design imitates an accessory worn by a reformed mage he met at a market some 20 years ago. Little did he know that charming taste he saw would prove to be a commercial triumph. A foreign mage wearing this earring could only be grandfather. Did the merchant happen to mention which market? One in Yaktel, to where it seems you're already bound. What luck, then I shall seek my next clue once we arrive. Is it mere coincidence I brought my grandfather there, or another discovery to look forward to? Thank you both for coming all this way. According to anything from the third promise, good luck with the rest of the rite. Thanks, I won't let you down. I've just got to board this dirigible and I'm good as there. Last call for passengers Yaktel. Alright, we're going north. Norte. Really hope she wins. Yaktel will test her mettle without a doubt. Next answer for it might be willing to bear the full weight of this nation's history, no matter how heavy it may be.
The fierce Chapral hunters who laid claim to this land call it the Azure Forest, Yaktel. Battered by meteors in ancient times and colored mesmerizing shades of blue and green by nature, it is easy to understand why the place is so named.
I wonder if this is kind of like Louisiana, maybe? I was not so sure.
It is here where the Chapral and Mamulja once battled for dominance, that the right of succession would reach its climax.
Well, anyways, we're in Yaktaral. Now. We've officially crossed the bridge, is over.
Are you all right?
I've never been good with heights.
The vegetation is far denser than in Kozumautka.
I suggest you pay more attention to the ground, unless you want to walk straight into a cenote.
A cenote?
Sinkholes filled with rain and groundwater. Many meteors fell here long ago, it is said, and after they struck the earth, it became susceptible to erosion. Deep as some of the pits are, you'll not climb out in a hurry should you take a tumble. So, don't take a tumble.
It was one time.
Is the Chapral
Sounds like
community
Athena.
depicted in the
One
lay of the
time.
past close by?
Aye. We need but
Well, not the
follow the
Emperor.
path a short way west.
Right. I can't stand here with my knees knocking forever. Let's get going.
With thicker vegetation comes reduced visibility. I advise you to keep someone inside at all times. can find any ether here. This reminds me of like, this could even be like Louisiana? I don't think it's Florida necessarily, but it's definitely like, could be Louisiana maybe. Water. Oh, there's another ether current. Yeah, I could tell. Big map. Village here. Brooks. It could either be Florida or it could be Louisiana. It's definitely like the South for sure though. Good, everyone's accounted for. Eprox is up ahead, let's be on our way. Let's see. Where were that? That's right. Everyone exaggerating about the Canetus. It would be a grueling deal to come out of one. I don't know if I've heard of that name. Or is it Canetus? Sorry. Canuts, a deep natural well or sinkhole. Seems like they're also found in Central America, though. Well, maybe they are referencing Central America too. Well, technically, North America is also, Central America is also part of North America too, but we'll see. Well, thankfully, we made it here without incident. Let's not dally any longer. Just so you know, I shall be very cross if you push me. Ready to head on in. Our first task should be finding the Elector. Hopefully our relative tardiness will not reflect poorly upon us. Her promise and retinue, I presume. Presume right, I seek the Dawn Servant's Elector. And come and join us in the Garden of the Stars at the village center where everyone's waiting for you. Maybe it is Central America. Could be. Everyone. Who might that be? There is but one way to find out. Come, let us follow him. Again, it feels like it's either Central America or it's like Louisiana or something. But it kind of feels like. Oh, there he is. Both of them, but.
At last, we are graced by the presence of the third promise.
If I'd known we'd be waiting on your mangy hide, I wouldn't have bothered with a Ligarmanda in the first place.
You self-serving piece of weaver dung! Do you have any idea how many could have been hurt?
Now that we are assembled, my name is Hunmuruk. As Ibrash Rash, I have the honor of serving as Elector on behalf of my people. As all four claimants must be present for this feat, we have eagerly awaited your arrival. Third promise, if you would please join us. Thus far, you have faced each other as rivals. The feat of repast, however, will test your cooperation. You must complete this challenge in teams of 2.
What? You expect us to work with one of these weaklings?
Be warned. Only the triumphant team will receive keystones. I advise you to cooperate with your partner. Teams will be decided by lots. Those who draw the same color will be paired accordingly.
See what Zoroja gets.
Twelve forbid Wuklamat is paired with Bakul Jaja. After all he's put her through, I wouldn't blame her if she did something rash. I might even help.
Claimants, please present your colors.
It's red.
I have red. Blue.
Blue.
On separate teams, then. And the rest?
Red. Which means...
Together again, as fate would have it.
Victory's as good as ours.
With our claimants thus paired, so too is their opposition.
Not the one-head.
Listen well, for the trial that awaits you is as follows. Each team is to prepare a sample of traditional Shebrol cuisine. Shibruk Pibil.
And now we must cook. Another ludicrous feat.
So it might seem, but there's bound to be deeper meaning to it.
Agreed. Given that the very future of our nation is at stake, all parts of this rite must have significance.
Our promises have grown rather promising, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. If I were to guess at the significance of the feat, few things reflect the history and development of a culture so clearly as its culinary traditions.
The variety of stewed dishes in Garlean cuisine bespeaks their agricultural roots and cold climes, true.
The peoples we've met on our journey, they've all had different practices involving food and drink. The Hanu replenish their magical energies with reeds, while the Pelu have turned their fondness of beverages into a living. So basically, to know a people's cuisine is to know something of their ways.
There you go.
With each feat, we have deepened our familiarity with a given community's history and culture. Is this what Father intended for us all along? But a leader with his vision must see that the past doesn't hold the answers we need. It is through embracing innovation, not adhering to tradition, that we will usher Tuli Yolal onto a more prosperous future. The rules are simple. The first team to prepare and partake of satisfactory Shibruk Bivir will be deemed victorious. You will be judged by your sample's taste and appearance, as well as your adherence to appropriate cooking techniques. Kitchens have been made available for your use. Note that you may be asked to retry should your dish fail to pass muster. Let the feat of repast begin.
Oh wow.
I've never actually heard of Shibruk Bibil before. Delight, I wonder.
Unfortunate that this feat's unique stipulations have Frustrated booklet judges attempts to delay us. Serves him right, that's what he gets for endangering my people with his schemes. Why doesn't he just compete fairly? He's plenty strong and obviously has a mind for strategy. Twisted though it may be, I'll never understand him. Putting aside our competition for the moment, allow me to express how glad I am for this opportunity to work together. As I see our team possesses a distinct advantage. Yeah, of course we do. Any team I'm on is bound to succeed. Precisely. I mean, we have an advantage in numbers, yes. Our competition is a team of 6, the 2 claimants, Zrolja and booklet judges, lackeys. Whereas we are a team of 9, there's 3 more people we can mobilize. But the task suitably delegated should be a brisk affair to learn the recipe and assemble the necessary ingredients. Too easy. But we mustn't be overconfident, lest we make a careless mistake that could have been easily avoided. First order business should be determining the recipe for the rook pipuli. We can hardly gather ingredients for a dish we know nothing about. The nature of this feat, asking for answers may prove less effective than simply observing the daily habits of the Shabal people. Let's gather here once we have seen what foods this village has to offer. Alright. Recipe for Shabruk Pipui. I wish I could tell you, friend, a dish so delicious it is meant to be shared. Unless we are forbidden from divulging anything, orders from Hanmun Rook himself. Your mentioning it has been given a fierce craving. I hope there's still a brick to be had at market. Wink. So much for a plan. Yeah, to cut our losses and head to Mamuk. This fee is nothing but a fool's errand. You're the fool if you think you won't tan our hides for leather if we dare to return without enough keystones. Besides, we've taken from the house cat before, how to be a second time. Gee. What are you looking at, Salt Slicker? Mind your own business. Alright, there's gemstone. Unusual colored banana has been neatly arranged on the ground, which appears to be smoking. I know it appears I've gone and dropped my noja, Jatika banana peel. I hardly see it for all the steam issuing from my underground oven. There's nothing like enjoying a tasty banana while you use the leaves in your cooking. Let me buy these for now. At least one of each. Probably on the market. Spices. Number of spices seem somewhat entirely familiar to you or nestled in a basket. That one's called Uchiotia. Mostly used to add a bit of color to our most popular cuisine, but its medicinal benefits are very significant as well. Sightseeing one. Standing on the edge of a Sanut in the midst of dense forest, the Schwal home village has been clearing open to the sky for stargazing. And the settlement means red brush appears piece related to the coral, and the bold shade is painted liberally upon the walls of their wooden dwellings. Sorry, I'm back. What did we discover about Shabruk Papel? Truly true to prediction that villagers were forbidden from educating us directly. However, many were still preparing it as one might a staple dish, observant technique and observations technique yielded clues enough. The lady blending local herbs and spices was only too happy to describe the ones I didn't recognize, while neither confirming nor denying any relation to Shabruk Papel. But one in particular she attributed to one called Chabral's dishes. Achi Olte, she called it. See then if Chabral Papel is a new dish as ubiquitous as often it claims, we have confirmed her first ingredient. Meanwhile, I didn't observe a cook bearing bottles wrapped in the leaf of nalja or banana in certain localities. It would seem the use of subterranean ovens is commonplace. Salt the same, I thought we would all know what's inside those bottles then, don't you? Out. So would it be expected of a dish called Shabruk Papel, indeed. To summarize, the dish is one of a Bruk flavored with a combination of spices that includes sheote and steamed underground with najil or banana leaves. Okay, this might be Central America then. It could be connecting to tamales potentially. Oh, maybe it's cochinita pipel. Yeah, this is Mayan. Okay, so it is Central America, yes, or well, Central North America, Guatemala. Yeah, Yucatan Peninsula. Yeah, well, it is technically part of North America, but it's not north of it's not in the U.S. It's Guatemala. Okay, this is where it is. Yeah, I figured as much. I just wasn't entirely sure. Yucatan Peninsula. Yucatan, yeah. So kind of north of Peru for sure, and the north of I think the other area we were in was Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay. Yes. No. So this would be well, it wouldn't only be Guatemala. It'd also be Belize. Yeah, Belize, Guatemala, and I guess Honduras as well. Honduras. Hopefully they'll be alright with the hurricane coming through. But yeah, I know. Now we know where it is. Yeah. So okay, so no, it is technically part of North America, yes, but it isn't north of Mexico. It's further kind of east. Looks nice though. If our assumptions are correct, we must learn where and how to procure our ingredients. The staple cuisine, its ingredients would be close at hand, which is why Thancred and I scouted the surrounding forest while you all were exploring the village. Between the local vegetation and wild Bruk, we should have everything we need in regards to meat and spices. Leave it to a master gleaner. With that, we should next divvy up our tasks. While some gather ingredients, others should make ready the kitchen. Can help prepare the kitchen. Permit me to assist as well. Our ovens will doubtless require firewood and have some experience in its gathering. I too shall be glad to volunteer my aid. Then the rest of us will gather ingredients. I can make quick work of the spices and herbs myself. I'm happy to lend someone to a pseudo Abruk if they will perform the requisite deed at Alizé. As for the Nelja leaves, I believe I am capable of acquiring that much on my own. Be warned, you won't find Nelja in these parts. They only grow in the Jatik heartland, forests far below these. Such an excursion may be time consuming. Perhaps we ought to try bartering first. It requires communication with the locals after all. Amity Gem if you accompany me on my errand. No better way to whet my appetite. Good, let us be on our task then. It's called Cochinita. I don't know if I've had this before. Looks good. Oh, wait. Cochinita Poblillo is a traditional slow roast pork dish from the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico. Well, Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, because it's all kind of close together. The name comes from the Mayan word pib, which means cooked in the ground oven, and the dish is often prepared in an underground pit heated with hot stones and live wood. Pork is maintained in citrus juice and annatto seed, which gives it a vibrant orange color. And they use that to color certain cheeses as well. Then wrapped in banana leaves or parchment and cooked. The result was a rich, decadent dish that is similar to New England's clam and bake. It's often served with pickled red onions and corn tortillas. Made early in the morning, so it's ready to eat for Sunday breakfast for holidays. Leftovers can be stored in the fridge. It's a popular dish in Yucatan Peninsula, which, you know, it's southeastern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, that area. Looks really good, actually. Maybe I've had something similar to this before. Yeah. I think I just didn't know the name. Come on, let's go and get those Nojo leaves. The sooner we do, the sooner we can eat. Let us see if there are Nojo leaves to be had in town. Perhaps Cook or Ryonje mentioned might be persuaded to spare us a few. Oh, Logan, did you need something? Nojo leaves, for purposes other than Shibruk Papel. Naturally, unfortunately I've just used up my last, you'll have to travel to the lower forest for more. Or Pibel, yeah, Pibel. Gao Mukjik Grove is the source of the finest Nojo leaves you'll find, while variants you sometimes see in city markets can't compare. I see I had hoped to avoid such a lengthy venture, but if there's no other ways to attain more ingredient than the G-Tech Heartland, we shall go. Allow me to save you the trip. Traveling there requires that you go through the Tiembek Traverse, but it has caved in due to recent storm, I expect. But that means we can't get our Nojo leaves. But we can't we? If there were another way of procuring them, you would have suspended this feat, or else altered its objective. Perhaps. Anyway, I apologize for the interruption, but having overheard the conversation, I felt compelled to chime in. It's very kind of you. Any last minute advice you'd be willing to share? Why don't undertake the feat of repast with an empty stomach? You may find Jabruk Pibel to be delicious but daunting dish to finish. I can't wait. So if there were no leaves here and we can't travel for more, how are we supposed to gather all our ingredients? These feats are meant to deepen our understanding of the peoples and cultures of Tuli Yolol. So perhaps there's something of Shabruk Pipel that we have yet to learn, something of significance other than its recipes or ingredients. I see, like, who was the first to make it, its history, that sort of thing. If it's Yaktaral's history you're interested in, you should start with the Old War. Between the Shibral and the Mamuja, right? These forests have borne witness to centuries of warfare, the evidence of which remains a scar upon the earth. To know the end of that bloodshed is to know Shabruk Pipel. Now what does that steamed Abruk have to do with bloodshed? Precisely the question we must answer. Vexing though such a detour might seem, I can think of no other way to approach this feat. In that case, you may wish to visit the site of settlement ruined by the war, the village of Alun Ash. It lies a short distance to the east. Village of Alun, so understood. Thank you for your help. And let's go and see this place. History of violence. Village of Ellen Uso must be further east. Let us continue pace. For all we know, our competitors may be on our heels. Oh, there's another east current right there. Is this the village of Uyun Aso, or what's left of it? It's a place of light and life. My great-grandfather called it home, in fact. Wakivo, I didn't know you were in Yaktel. Picking up lumber from Eek Brooks, and when I heard that their promise was on her way to the site of deep historical significance, I immediately saw another opportunity to be of service, and so followed you here. Wakivu is a shipwright who came to our aid during the feat of reeds. Pleasure, you are a member of the Third Promise's retinue, I presume. The moment I suppose I am. My name's Kona. Pleased to meet your acquaintance. Kona, now that's a good name, a familiar name. Where have I heard? Kona, as in the second promise to Yolol. Think that I addressed the Delcer's own son as some common retainer such as Shrek cannot be excused. Please take up your gun and want out this again. I take no offense, please do not dwell on it. Alright then, I shall not dwell on it. And right on cue, at least he's consistent. I understand you wish to learn about Shabruk Pipel. I'm forbidden by the Shabrak rocks to divulge my information regarding his preparation. I'm happy to share what I know of Yaktel's history. Appreciate that. In its most basic sense, the conflict between the Shabral and Mamuja was one of land. Mamuja live in the lower forest, where the thick canopy obscures the sun and the soil's unforgiving crops. This drove them to cover the upper forest, the home of the Shabral, and they launched a terminal campaign to seize it for themselves. Yet, advantage ever favors higher ground, and the Shabral forces had the upper hand against the invaders, roughing them time and again. But as the state of the village would attest, the tide eventually turned what brought it about. Something you know all too well, blessed siblings. You must understand that Mamuja were once a people as much at war with themselves as they were with others. Obugi, Benuwa, Unawa, and I feel like there's a place called Benuwa in Idaho, Benuwa County. I wonder if there's a correlation there. And Dopro each sought to assert dominance over the others, even as they engaged the Shabral in battle. In an effort to strengthen bonds and discourage infighting, Hobugi and Bunawa leaders range of marriage between their children. However, this political measure altered the course of history in ways no one could have ever imagined. It was long believed that patterns of different clans could not have children together. That had happened. A child arrived who shared the blood of Hobugi and Bunawa, both the two-headed Mamuja. Blessed with tremendous physical strength and magical prowess, he grew into a mighty warrior before eventually rising as the first Oat Arc ruler of all three clans. Excuse me. Such qualities would dispose anyone to leadership, character notwithstanding. Under the Utark's rule, the newly united Mamuja became a force to be feared, and the war soon came to a head. I think best you see the results firsthand. Let us visit another battlefield from that time, then there I shall continue the tale. Oh boy, look at this.
This is where most battles were fought between the Shabral and Mamulja, the Shobrit Cinderfield.
Gotta check something real quick. Well, it seems like it might also be referencing the Civil War in Guatemala too, maybe. Maybe others as well. It's interesting lore about them.
A field of cinders, indeed. How fierce their clashes must have been. The war over these lands began after the Yokui's departure some 500 years ago. And for 4 centuries thereafter, the two enemies repaid violence with violence. A constant stream of minor skirmishes, punctuated by massive slaughter.
Until Father ended their endless conflict 80 years ago.
Accompanied by a retinue of only 6, the Dawn Servant opposed both armies and brought the fighting to a standstill.
There you go.
First they sealed Valley Armanda at full strength, and now this.
It was during this armistice that both sides gathered for negotiations at the Dawn Servant's behest.
Oh, looks like someone... Oh, there they are. There's the 2 clans.
For too long, you have been bound by your ancestors' violent legacy. It is past time you broke free of it.
Tell that to the Scale Scum! We fight to protect what is rightfully ours! If not for their greed, we'd be living in peace!
Buff your tails and scurry off, then! Cowards like you ill-deserve the bounty of this forest.
To me, it kind of showcases also like the conflict between the Aztecs and the Mayans. And to me, that's what I'm also kind of thinking of as well, like the Aztecs who initially came to the north and to the south, and I don't know, maybe there were also natives also living there too at the time as well, and then the Mayans, you know, who had inhabited the northern part of the Yucatan Peninsula. So it could be kind of a mixture of that as well.
Even should one of you succeed in vanquishing the other, your triumph will last only until a new invader arrives. Tell me, do you know of the vast continent that lies far to the east, where numerous nations vie for dominance?
Oh, there are yours, yeah. There you go, or Europe.
You do not. And why should you? Affairs beyond the salt we have no intention to cross are of no consequence to us. Not until those affairs come to Tural, like our honored visitor here.
There you go.
He's from across the ocean.
I've been to the ocean before, and it's nothing but water farther than the eye can see. What sort of vessel could possibly reach its end? That such technology exists is indisputable, as is foreign powers' awareness of Tural. If any such country were to develop a taste for Turali soil, and bring to bear the might of innovations we can only imagine, what do you suppose happens then? You do not know the warlords of the East, but you know that if they came, they would not settle for a single forest. By joining hands, we might create a unified front, an alliance capable of repelling them or any other foe.
Bringing the tribes together.
There is no greater proof of these than my companions and I. Alone we are weak, but together we triumphed over Valigarmanda. What? You defeated the Sky Ruin? I'd take you for a liar if the sting of our own defeat wasn't still fresh.
Their coordination was indeed impressive. How the Pelu stymied our efforts to cripple the Yokui's legs and defend our ballistas. And when we withdrew to strike again from a distance, the Hanu called the winds to make our arrows miss their marks. In seeking to exploit their weaknesses, we only subjected ourselves to their strengths.
Those strengths are born of cooperation. The guiding principle of the nation we envision.
But our feud has lasted for centuries. How do you expect us to join hands now?
Yes, it's been going on a lot longer. Yeah.
Ha ha! Give us an evening to convince you.
And so began that legendary banquet. One would not expect sworn enemies to abruptly drink to each other's health, and, indeed, a tense silence hung over the venue. But then, the Dawn servant called for the exchange of traditional cuisine. So it was that the Mamulja partook of spiced meat, and the Chabrol steamed Najul.
Yeah.
Before long, delight manifested upon the faces of those present, each side impressed by the other's dish. Seeing this, the Dawn servant laughed and declared once more. Their flavors, he said, would be even better combined, and he proceeded to help them prepare the new creation.
In addition to, at the demos there. Canea. I think Basque would be Ganera.
That's Shibruk Pibil, I'd wager.
Gainera. Gain. Similar to really English gain. That Shabruk Pipel, I'd wager.
It is a marriage of Chabrol and Mamulja cultures, and proof of their newfound cooperation. The Dawn servant had asked for a single evening, but the feasting is said to have lasted 3 days and 3 nights. So delicious was their repast. In the end, a peace accord was reached, and the Dawn servant's words at that time still illuminate our way forward.
There we go.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Sorry. It's just to think that he ended an age-old conflict with food. It's all so absurd. It's somehow so very papa, I couldn't help but laugh.
There we go.
Ignorance begets strife. Understanding begets fellowship.
Now then, I trust you understand the significance of Shibruk Pibil and the history it has written.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing the story with us. What's wrong? Someone was there, you say?
Perhaps our competition is cooking up some scheme or another.
Something bitter and half-baked, no doubt.
Have to see. Got something real quick. Papa really did live up to his words. He traveled the land and learned about all our people's myriad cultures, and we're doing the same now. I'll look at something real quick here. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Doing a bit of reading. Book Evu has given us valuable insight into the origins of Shabruk Capel. However, we are still no closer to procuring necessary knowledge you'll leave unless. Tell me, was that historic feast commemorating some fashion from monument from instance? Indeed it was. Allow me to show you. The music. I feel like my Uncle Herman would say Guatamanteco. Because, yeah, he knows a little bit about it, I think. Or has had a few, knew a few people from Guatemala. Here it is. Offered up by the two factions, these weapons symbolize their vow that they would never again rise to arms against each other. Since this feat demands a journey through history, I thought it would only logical that a monument like this might steer us true, especially one at the heart of so significant a battlefield. Lama T, Gem, would you help me search this area for clues? Tell me if anything catches your eye. Sure thing. Look here, the soil has been recently overturned. This reminds me a lot too of like what I tell some people about the English and Spanish working together, or in the sense of Latin America, the US and Canada working together. I know people speak French in northeastern Canada as well. That's what I would tell some of my friends, just like what they're saying here about these two different tribes working together in Yaktaral, or Yaktel. That same could be said as well for people from, who speak Spanish or who speak English, or whether they're from Latin America or the US or Canada. Because, this is Papa was saying, Regula Jaja, that there's other, forces that they don't work together, that can cause some disruption, but that's something definitely reverberated indeed. Oh, someone buried a box. Well, I would have been satisfied to find only a hint, but here they are, fresh Naojo leaves. Hunmui Rook's doing, I'd wager there's a poetry in hiding them in this battlefield, given that it was central to the war they helped end. Yeah, so we planned all this from the start. Thank you again, Wook-Evu. We wouldn't have found these leaves without your help. It's my honor to render assistance, and with apologies to present company, allow me to offer my encouragement as well, third promise. Ever since I witnessed your performance in the Feat of Reeds, I have been certain that you are the claimant most worthy of leading our nation. All devised solutions to the Hanu-Hanu's alien crops, but you alone sought to know their culture and revive Ihihana, even if it seemed unrelated to your task. My humble opinion, no one cares more for the people of the Yolol and what they hold dear. To you again, part of the historical musings of an old shipwright, I am ever at your service. For now, I take my leave. Not argue with that. We have what we need. Let us return to Brooks. Brooks, yeah. of the music. Yeah, no, so Kuzumauka is definitely South America for sure, and then this is more so Central North, yeah. Okay. No, because I at first I got confused, but no, now I see the difference, yes. I can see the difference now. So we're not quite in the US Southwest yet. Might be in the next map. Oh, there we go. Oh, shoot. There we go. Can I go down there? Not sure. No, I can't. Yeah, at least. See if there's any ether currents along the water's edges. I think I've already explored this part. Maybe there's more ether currents here. Not anymore. What's that? See. Let's see. See. See if we can find another one. Oh, there's another ether current right there. I wonder if there would be another one down there as well. I don't think so, but we can always check. There's a Shibruk. Rebruk. see if I can. Ask Skinny should brawl and he will tell you the belly of an ET is deeper than the deepest Sanute. This comes much to the dismay of the groups of foragers who compete. The creatures of the jungle's fruit. There isn't current. Alright, I'm glad we were successful. The others should be back soon, I expect. I hope so. I'm famished. How did everyone fare? We got the Nojo leaves. Yokivu came along and helped us find them. Yokivu was here. I would like to say hello. Yes, he gave us an important history lesson. Ghoul Judge brought an end to the centuries of warfare surprises me a little, but to achieve such peace through cuisine is something else entirely. Leave it to my old man to find all his solutions, but how about the rest of you? Is our kitchen ready? Everything should be in order. Orion and I made another tour of the village and borrowed the cooking utensils we need, with no mention of what we need them for, of course. I'm pleased to report that we were stocked with the finest inquire what this force had on offer. Looking like a true expert. Arenville and I found our Obruk, so we should have plenty meat. We should have meat aplenty. The spirited creature, so much so that I hear Hunter fell down the new Ted trying to catch it. What part of never speak of this to anyone did you not understand? Expect a good portion of local herbs of particular attention to the seeds that yield echu-ote. I'm told a resident astrologer to find the appropriate measurements for the seasoning as well. Through further inquiry did I determine the ideal balance of spices. All that remains is to prepare the dish itself and presume that at least one among us is versed in the culinary arts. I can hardly claim profound skill, but I've cooked for myself. You can leave the rest to me. I hope, as I recall, you are an accomplished culinarian. My mouth is watering already. Without further delay, then. Alright, let's go.
Oh, it smells so good.
Good, there is still time. I shall prepare our sample at once.
Oh, there he is.
At first, I wasn't sure about being stuck with the one head. But better that than playing nanny to the mewling house cat.
Be quiet, Buckle Jaja. No one cares what you think.
Huh. Act tough all you like. Victory will be ours.
It's ready. Apologies for the wait. We submit to you our Shibruk Pibil.
Shibruk Pibil. Looks good.
This looks amazing!
The dish is prepared by using the culinary techniques of the Mamulja to cook the spiced meats favored by the Jabral.
It's Shabral and Mamulja, yes.
It is a symbol of peace between their two peoples after centuries of war.
Both the ingredients and your methods appear to have been correct. Now then.
See what he says.
In taste, texture, and aroma, you have recreated Shibruk Bibil admirably. Granted, anyone might well achieve similar results by following the recipe to the letter. But you went a step further. You sought to learn the cultural significance of the dish, about Yoctel's history of violence and your father's role in ending it. Your willingness to take lessons from the past befits aspiring Dawn servants. And for that, I commend you. All that remains is to partake of your creation. True understanding is gained only through experience.
Now this is something I'm definitely good at.
Ahem. I believe we have yet to receive our assessment.
Oh boy.
Ours is also a faithful example of Shibruk Pibil, as you will no doubt agree.
We'll see. Oh boy. That's what he says.
I see. While your effort looks the part, unlike the second and third promises dish, it lacks its defining aroma.
Preposterous! The meat was marinated and spiced before being steamed in an earthen oven. This is Shibruk Pibil.
Oh? And what about the Jatika banana leaf?
It's because of you that we couldn't get any damn leaves! You can't fault us!
But the second and third promises had no such difficulty, did they? That which they needed, they acquired simply by showing interest in our history and heritage.
Ugh, it's just some crusty old leaf. What difference could it make?
Your dish lacks an essential ingredient. As you have failed to demonstrate an adequate understanding of Shibruk Pibil, I must deem your performance unsatisfactory. Your team will not receive keystones.
This was stupid anyway.
Oh boy. Hold on, Cryo.
His ambition only grows more intense. That someone could harbor such dark thoughts towards family.
What do I care for this sham of a feat? I can always take what I need later.
This is delicious! The brook is so tender it melts in your mouth, and the way the najou leaf rounds out these spices is sublime. This is the taste of harmony. Someone who only knows brute force and deception could never appreciate it.
Choke on your harmony.
Come, come. Finish your meal. That too is part of the feat.
You don't have to tell me twice.
There we go.
Ah, that was bliss. You've got real culinary talent. If you ever tire of adventuring, you can always be my personal chef.
It was palatable enough, I suppose. To you, who have successfully performed the feat of repast, I present these keystones.
Only 1 feet left.
There we go.
Well, I should get going then. I'm glad that I wasn't paired with one of the others.
We can do better than that, surely.
The 6th keystone is ours. Thanks for all your help, everyone. I forgot something important. Was there any shiplock people left? I could really use another helping.
Oh boy. Oh, I guess if it's really good, then can't blame her. Arriving the first promise of Keystones is a crucial victory indeed. That was so good, I'm already looking forward to having Chabril Pepe again. Here, Gem, cry out, maybe more using leftover ingredients, you'll love it. Thinking to buy more for the road it myself. Now that the feat of Repass is over, the villagers should be free to offer it to us, right? This traditional Yaktel dish is made by marinating the meat of the brook and spices before wrapping it in a Jaktik, then in a leaf and steaming in an earthen oven. Historically, it symbolizes a peace formed between the Shabral and Mamuja peoples. Seeing as we now face the penultimate objective, the right would be wise to travel the Mamuk and undertake the feat of the Brotherhood without delay. Yes, wise, yes, but impossible. The Teen Beck traverse, which connects Upper Forest to the Jateki heartland, is still impassable. Is there another route? But right now, work to clear the path is underway though, so I'm hopeful we can resume our journey soon. Let us use this time as we see fit. I, for one, would like to explore the villages surrounds if Aaronville would oblige me with a tour. Or I'll have no other engagements. And I'll come with you, if only to prove that I'm capable of keeping my footing. Though I should rejoice in our delay, it does afford me an opportunity to look into my grandfather's reported visit to Yaktel. Oh, that's right, Mablu did say something about a foreign mage coming through here decades back. Did she? I'll come with you. Want to join us, Gem? Let's reconvene here after our respective diversions. As I recall, the merchant met my grandfather at a market in Yaktel some 20 years ago. Anyone who might reliably remember him might therefore be at least middle-aged. Let us make inquiries where we can. Oh, hello. Did you come here to take a dip in the waters, too? If you're as strong a swimmer as you look, there's something I'd like your help with. What you see before you is a soili, or a sanuta, as they are more commonly known. It's far more vast than it appears from the surface. I've even heard that some are connected by underwater tunnels. This one is called Shadal Telet Sula, and stories say that long ago a swimmer with lungs like fish got all the way to the Sanuta to the northwest, but no one since has been able to swim that far. Apparently, he left a sack of points at the bottom of the Sanuta to mark his arrival. I think you're his equal. Maybe you could retrieve it. I've seen it dying to know if the legend is true. Let's see. Oh, maybe I can find another ether current here too. Oh wow, look at that. So what were we trying to find? Oh, waterlogged corpse. Oh, I see. Like the one. You're back. I tried to hold my breath until you returned, but that didn't last long. Anyway, did you find the coins? They were really there, so the two Sanutes was actually connected. Looks like it. So it was true. I tried swimming the tunnels myself once, but I had to turn back once I felt the water fill my lungs. Seeing the action was truly inspiring. You know, I've heard tell that some Sanutes connected to a soul. I didn't believe it at first, but now it's not hard to imagine such a thing. Alright, my mind's made up. I'll be one of the first to reach the salt through a Sanute. Who's going to be brave enough to find the coins I leave behind, eh? You're one of Oklamon's companions, aren't you? Stat of arm, fierce of mind, yes. I think you might be just the person looking for to take care of a little pest problem. Storm rage through these parts, we've seen a marked increase in the number of ill-tempered mantises that left unchecked they prove a threat to the force's natural balance. Normally it's sent a group of our own to take care of them, but we're short-handed at the moment. I reckon you could do the calling for a pair of hunters, though. So I asked you to get rid of the two of these nuisances. You can find them to the southward village, and good luck, though I doubt you need it. Hello, you look like you can handle yourself. Please, if you can spare a moment, I desperately need your help. See, one of my friends said he was going fishing in a Sanute, but hasn't come back for some time. The right Sanute can be quite bountifully naturally attract all sorts of hungry beasts. I'm worried something terrible has happened. I don't know which one he went to, but I'll ask that you search Luke Rock Sully to the east of the original landing. I have another one in mind for myself. We'll be at one of them. Probably play a little bit more and then probably take a break. Or mage 20 years ago. Oh shoot, my bad. Yes, I remember him. It's not often we get visitors plus assault, let alone those traveling with Finn's baby girls, I recall. Only saw him passing mind. If anyone were to know more, I'd wager it would be Yanmuk Rook. He was already Shabrox then. The baby girl, or is it Shabral? I think it's Shabral. Or Shabral. Shabrox? Shabral. A baby girl couldn't have been. Thank you, sir. That information is very helpful. I'll probably do one more of the quests, and then I'll probably take a break. Streaming. Back and much quicker than I thought you'd be. You've made a difference today, even if you can't tell at a glance. Those things are ravenous, mindlessly engulf smaller fish take the bottomless hunger. Normally larger animals would keep their numbers in check, but there are far more fewer predators stalking the woods since the storm. This has given the mantises a chance to flourish at the expense of everything else. Of course, the natural inclination of living things is to reproduce, but nature's rest, delicate balance. Maintaining that balance is only one of the hunter's duties. Today you helped us restore a small bit of harmony to the forest, and I hope you gain a deeper understanding of the relationship to the land we call home, the era. Honored to have worked with one of Glamat's own. Stay by the water's edge. Oh, maybe it's near that pier there? We'll check after we do this. I owe you my life, although I guess some of that is owed to my friend for sending such a strong fighter. Either way, we'd best leave. The scent of blood attracts even more creatures. Speak with me at Raj. Or Raj? Raj? Maybe it's one of these abandoned buildings, maybe. Maybe there's a current here. Yeah, this area. Yeah, I have a feeling it might be here. Wait, oh, there's a sightseeing wall here. That's one thing. For many years, the savage war between the Shabral and the Mamuja raged back and forth across the scarred stretch of land. Siege armaments and defensive works yet littered the fields. Decades after the conflicts ended, even the forest greenery seems hesitant to bring ashen expanse. I feel like there would be one or somewhere. Let's keep looking. So there's usually like 5 per half of the map. Usually that's what they do. They would have changed it this time. Never know. I have a feeling there's one probably around here. Let me drive a lot. Oh. I forgot about the compass. Thanks. Okay, no wonder it's taking me a little bit longer to fucking eat the currents this time around. Okay, where's... Yeah, it's like I lost connection. But well, now I know. Well, good thing I asked him because I will wait until back in. Okay, while that's happening, I'm gonna quickly use restroom. Okay. Oh boy, sorry about that. Alright guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Seems like got kicked out of the server, but now we know we can use the compass. I forgot about that. I probably should have, yeah. So I was like, I'm having so much trouble finding these unicorns, but now I understand why. Okay, let me actually talk. At least we asked. Oh, okay. Thank you for saving my friend. If he had arrived even a moment later, I shudder to think what would have happened. Sorry I caused all this fuss. I was just fantasizing about all the fish I'd bring home and forgot there's reason they call that the Crimson Cenote. Suppose you might have not have heard the legends behind that name, eh? Traveler, they're grim and make no mistake. During the war with Mamuja, the Cenote used to be a burial place for our fallen. It also destroys the desperate people diving in to avoid capture by the enemy. In both cases, the monstrous fish and beak rocks till they feasted and its waters would be stained red. Sometimes it's easy to forget the lesson our stories teach us, but there's a reason they persist. I won't go fishing again with a proper escort. You have my word on that. Just my bad. Do that. Well, no, actually, well, let me see how much the ring upgrade sells for, but... I'm probably gonna end the stream here soon. So, it's somewhere... Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, so the next one's gonna be, run. Okay, we'll continue the stream next time. I'm gonna teleport you along. Alright, let me... Yeah, we might use this as an upgrade, actually. Let's see. This works. see how much. Actually, let's go ahead and sell it, yeah. Okay, let's sell it. At least for now. See any good weapon upgrades? Now that might be worth a good upgrade on. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna head off for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll be off for now. So long and full, hasta luego, and bye for now guys.